If you're comfortable, I would like to invite you to close your eyes for just a few seconds. And let's all remember the plans we were making for ourselves after high school. Like me, you were most likely making plans to go to college. You were trying to decide on a major, maybe visiting different universities, trying to think what your roommate might be like, and you're full of anxiety and fear. Okay, you can open your eyes. Well, I believe that the personal growth a person has during their college years is unparalleled to any other time in their life. At college, we're exposed to new perspectives and new ideas, and even some of the beliefs that we bring to college with us are challenged. And all of this living and learning is done alongside and with our peers. With these people, we continue to grow into adulthood and we become the people that we are. You know, our parents hope that we will leave college with a career in hand, but in the grand scheme of things, we leave with so much more. I want you to think about something with me. What happens if you have an intellectual or developmental disability that makes you ineligible for higher education? Stop and think about that reality for a moment. What must it be like to have a significant disability and your pathways to continue growing and learning alongside with people your own age is almost non-existent? Imagine sitting in high school in the spring of your senior year. Like everyone around you, you had good attendance, good conduct, you worked hard to complete all your assignments, you may have had the best school spirit, and like them, you had goals of higher education. And now it's fall, but you're no longer with your peers on that next journey into adulthood. You're spending the majority of your time at home. And you're very fortunate if you're among the few with an intellectual disability that have a job. So your path to become an adult is very narrow and often isolated. And what does this say to those young adults who do get to go on to college when this portion of our society disappear after high school? I think it loudly implies that they do not count. Well, I'm here to tell you that this tragic story is changing across our country as inclusive higher education is becoming a reality for students with intellectual and developmental disabilities on campuses all over. Very simply, I think this is happening because opportunity and high expectation are being afforded to this marginalized portion of our society. And whenever opportunity and high expectations are in place, major shifts occur at personal, community, and cultural levels. Let me take a step back and describe for you the people, these new faces on our college campuses and their college programming. The names of their disabilities could include such things as Down syndrome, functionally delayed, Fragile X, autism, and others. While they were in high school, they were served with special education services. They leave with a special education diploma, although some are able to earn a regular high school diploma. Some of the things that they all have in common are their goals to be treated like everyone else, dreams of going on to college, and also dreams of employment. Some of their college programming focuses on their coursework, learning more skills of employability, learning skills of independence, and also finding that voice, learning how to be more self-determined. Their college programming could be anywhere from 1 to 4 years at the university. In some places, a lot of them, the students are living on campus as well. You know, I graduated from college over 35 years ago as a special education teacher. And even in my first year in college, it was my singular goal to help make sure that my students didn't graduate from high school just to go sit on a couch. Well, I now have the great honor of being the director of Next Steps at Vanderbilt, our inclusive higher education program. I'm going to tell you 3 stories today, introduce you to 3 people that show the power of opportunity and expectations. One is a Next Steps graduate, the other is another Vanderbilt graduate and a professor. Rachel is a Next Steps alumna. And through knowing Rachel, my own understanding, even with my years of experience, have so expanded my understanding of what a person with an intellectual disability is capable of attaining. When Rachel came on campus, she wanted to grab all that college had to offer. We quickly found her organizing early morning Starbucks runs for herself and her peers. She would ask her professors if she could do more assignments than what we had recommended, and she opened up new internship opportunities for those that followed because of her stellar contributions. When I asked Rachel what I could share with the TED community, she shared this. I wanted to go to college because I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do in the future. I knew I wanted to work with children, and the courses that I took helped me to realize that is exactly what I wanted to do. And my internships in working with children helped me to get the job that I have today as a child care assistant at the Gardner School. I know that if I did not have the chance to go to Next Steps at Vanderbilt, I would not have my full-time job with full benefits. I could share other such amazing stories with you about the power of college for this group of young adults. But since we typically equate college success with employment, let me share that one statistic with you. Nationally, 16% of adults with intellectual disabilities have jobs. 86% of the Next Steps graduates have jobs. So less than 2 in 10 compared to almost 9 in 10. Well, the statistics are just astounding. And our graduates are employed as child care workers, research assistants on campus, support staff at Barnes & Noble, customer relations at the Country Music Hall of Fame, and other such places. While they're on campus, these young adults are changing the way people think about disabilities. But they continue to change consciousness in the workplace all across Middle Tennessee, and I know this is happening across the country as well. Without a doubt, the most stellar part of Next Steps are our ambassadors. Since we are the Vanderbilt Commodores, we decided to name our peer mentor group the Ambassadors. This student organization's mission is to provide friendship and support to the Next Step students through such things as tutoring, exercising, lunch dates, etc. We often hear these students saying, my time and my experiences with Next Steps has become the most meaningful part of my years at Vanderbilt. Kendra is one of the ambassadors that work for Next Steps. She's now a graduate student in the School of Nursing. And she wanted me to tell you that for over 3 years, Hayley has become one of my greatest friends. She has shown me the person that I want to be. Each and every day, she inspires me to be a more hardworking, appreciative, dedicated version of myself. And most importantly, she has shown me the true meaning of friendship. Every day, I am inspired by these amazing university students that give so much of themselves. And I am thrilled to know that as they go out all over the world, as the future leaders they're going to be, the decisions they will be able to make as employers, politicians, doctors, scholars, etc., will be informed because they have gotten to know the abilities of this population. You know, we have the impact on our students and the Vanderbilt students, but there's also an impact being made on the professors that work with the Next Step students. We've had the opportunity of working with over 50 of these esteemed professors. Dean Sharon Shields is the Associate Dean of Professional Education at the Peabody College and a professor. And she wanted me to share these remarks. Over my 40 years as a professor, I have found that the Next Step students have enhanced my understanding of teaching and learning in ways that I had never imagined possible. It has taught me the value of having students of diverse abilities in informing our understanding of the application of the theories and knowledge to the realities in which the societies in which we live. Most importantly, they have had a transformative effect on the students in my class and across the university. Next Step students bring the gift of authenticity, and their love of learning is an inspiration for all of us. 3 perspectives illuminating the power of inclusive higher education at a top 20 university, and showing the world the steps forward we can take when opportunity and expectations are in place. We here are so proud of this story, but it is one that is being played out across the country as more and more universities are opening their doors in response to this social justice movement. This map was shared with us by Think College. Think College is a project of the Institute for Community Inclusion at the University of Massachusetts, Boston. So it says here there are 242 such inclusive higher education programs. Just to show you how wildly this experience, this new frontier of education is happening, their graphic department cannot keep up with their map. As evidence, we have 5 programs in Tennessee, and 2 weeks ago I learned of a 6th university ready to open their doors this next fall. So in conclusion, I think you know that quite often advanced societal movements have their birth on university campuses. And as a result, new ways of thinking and our cultural expectations of what is right and just are born. Students with intellectual and developmental disabilities succeeding on a college campus are showing the next generation of leaders that they do count, and that benefits all. I now have 2 of our alum with us that I'd like to introduce to you. They wanted to share with me, be supportive of me, but they also wanted to greet you. I have Caitlin Bernstein and Daniel Batista. Would y'all stand up and turn around? Turn around. Thank you.